Apple contemplated developing a self-driving electric vehicle, but fell entrapped with so many technical difficulties which triggered criticism drawn into their ability to make it actually happen. In an effort to gain expertise in car manufacturing, the company even considered buying Tesla, but this went futile as well. Therefore, Apple decided to cancel the idea of manufacturing an entire car and instead focused on developing self-driving software and electric engines. Whatever that is, the project is ultimately dismissed, but the question is, what led to this decision? Was it a wise move, or did they miss out on a valuable opportunity? Stay tuned. In 2014, Apple began to explore new revenue streams beyond its core hardware and software offerings, Project Titan. It took on to aim to design a Level 5 autonomous vehicle that could operate without human intervention in all conditions. Initially kept a tip of the iceberg, news of an Apple vehicle first leaked in 2015. In the same year, Tim Cook, the company's CEO, visited BMW, oversaw their manufacturing facility, and expressed interest in the i3 electric car. Steve Zadesky, vice president and former Ford engineer, was getting behind the wheel of Project Titan, and early reports suggested the company was working on a vehicle that looked more like a minivan than a car. The organization attended a European auto body conference in 2015 under the name 68 Research, which stood out as the only US attendee who already didn't sign up as a major automaker. Apple's affiliation with Faraday Future in the same year also propelled its secretive car project, the US electric vehicle startup. Although the firm quickly denied the rumors, it has since repeatedly teetered on the brink of collapse for years while developing its FF91 EV. Its entry into the automotive industry was motivated by a desire to replicate its success in disrupting established industries. The brand poured billions of dollars into Project Titan with a team of hundreds of consummate engineers and designers, including talent from Tesla, Ford, and General Motors. The goal was ambitious: to design and manufacture an Apple-branded electric car that could compete head-on with industry leaders like Tesla. From the very beginning, Project Titan faced immense technical hurdles and skepticism from industry experts about its forward-looking entry into the automotive industry. Former GM CEO Dan Akerson voiced his doubts, stating, "They have no idea what they're getting into if they get into that. We take steel, raw steel, and turn it into a car." The challenges of manufacturing a physical product as complex as a car were quite different from Apple's expertise in consumer electronics over decades. Internal struggles and confusion plagued the project as well. By July 2016, reports surfaced that employees were confused about Project Titan's direction, with Bob Mansfield, the newly appointed head, hiring a former BlackBerry automotive software executive to focus on autonomous driving capabilities. This shift in focus, from the production of a complete vehicle to the development of self-driving software, underpinned the variety of technical to managerial complexities the corporation dealt with. Skepticism regarding the project's viability even extended to its own ranks, with software boss Craig Federighi expressing reservations. Employees who weren't part of the project routinely mocked its ambitions, continuously demoralizing the company's ability to adapt to the world of automotive engineering and manufacturing. Even though design decisions faced criticism, Apple sought approval from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration to create a car without a traditional steering wheel or brake pedal. Johnny Ive, Apple's former design chief, advised the team to lean into the weirdness of the vehicle's design and not try to hide its sensors, a bold move that could potentially alienate traditional car buyers. Technical mishaps further compounded the challenges, with a near collision between an Apple test vehicle and a jogger in 2022, raising questions about the reliability and safety of the company's autonomous driving technology. With all such adversities, Project Titan ultimately failed despite owning vast resources. Apple initiated talks with Elon Musk to buy Tesla as a part of its ambitious Project Titan. The reason behind this move is its desire to quickly establish a position in the rapidly growing electric vehicle market and benefit from Tesla's vast expertise and cutting-edge technology. Elon Musk himself confirmed that the talks have occurred, but he has not disclosed any specifics regarding the nature of these discussions. In an interview with Bloomberg Television, Musk stated, "If one or more companies had approached us last year about such things, there's no way we could really comment on that. "We had conversations with Apple. I can't comment on whether those revolved around any kind of acquisition." This statement added credibility to reports of Apple's interest in acquiring Tesla, which highlighted the tech giant's commitment to its automotive goals. The company had given a thought to acquire Tesla, but in the end, it decided not to pursue the acquisition. Instead, the company chose to develop its own electric vehicle from scratch. This thought was provoked from an idea that every company wants to be unique in its industry and as their products. Apple realized that buying an existing company will be of no credit. Rather, the real credit lies in its ability to make its own version of vehicle on the market, to instill more competition, innovative technologies and full integration with its existing ecosystem of products and services were used to redefine the driving experience by designing and manufacturing its own car. Despite Tesla's global presence with some of the world's most technological advancements, particularly in its automobile industry, Apple anticipated the immense obstacles associated with Tesla's operations into its own corporate culture and product development processes. Apple's commitment to maintaining control over every aspect of its products, from design to manufacturing, likely played a pivotal role in its decision to carve out its own path in the automotive industry. The global electric vehicle market's growth is predicted to slow down to 27.1% this year due to a reduction in state subsidies. This made the cars less attractive to buyers. According to Canalys, EV adoption was aided by government incentives, resulting in an average growth of 29% in 2023, with total unit sales reaching 13.7 million. This reduction in subsidies and higher borrowing costs had escalated tension among companies, including the US market leader Tesla, which brought down sticker prices in 2023. The EV market is expanding rapidly, with many automakers striving to launch new EV models. Companies like Ford, GM, and Volkswagen are investing billions to compete with Tesla. However, the task is complex, with significant costs for retooling factories, developing new platforms, and securing battery supplies. In the highly competitive EV market, Tim Cook made a smart decision to align with its car ambitions. Initially, Apple launched Project Titan, with the goal of developing a full Apple-branded electric vehicle from the startup. This would have required staggering investments to build factories, supply chains, dealerships, and more. Jason Lowe, a principal analyst at Canalys, said that EVs were less popular in 2023 because there weren't enough choices and charging was difficult. This made it harder for people to buy them. In 2024, North America is projected to have the lowest EV penetration rate of 12.5%, despite a 26.8% growth in the EV market compared to Greater China and Europe. Chinese brands will have 78% of the EV market share in China, where EV penetration is expected to reach 40%, due to a drop in battery costs that drive sales of compact and subcompact cars. However, Tim Cook realized the massive financial risks and decided to take a different approach. He refused to go all in on an Apple car and instead refocused Titan on developing just the core autonomous driving system and EV powertrain technology. This strategic U-turn avoided massive upfront manufacturing costs and risks entailed with it. Cook's more measured play was a wise decision that potentially saved the corporation trillions. Instead of gambling it all on an Apple car, they can now provide self-driving and EV tech to automakers. This lets them earn from the EV revolution without the incredible expenses of being a full-fledged automaker themselves. This organization was saved from potentially going down a financially disastrous road because of his refusal to blindly follow the car dream and his U-turn decision to turn around. Despite all such hard efforts, the company is still expected to have a presence in the electric vehicle market. According to Morgan Stanley, Apple may potentially gain a 16% share of the global electric vehicle market by the year 2030. The company is currently focused on the shared mobility market, valued at a total of $2.6 trillion, which includes the vehicles used by Uber drivers. The prediction is that by 2030, Apple could own 16% of this market, which is similar to the iPhone market share the company held in 2016. This could lead to $400 billion in revenue and an impressive $16 earnings per share for the organization. By zoning in on autonomous driving capabilities and EV propulsion systems, Apple positions itself as a potential supplier to established automakers. This approach enables them to capitalize on the growing demand for advanced EV technologies without shouldering burdens like manufacturing infrastructure, dealership networks, and supply chains. This strategy aligns with its business model of integrating proprietary technologies into third-party hardware platforms. Just as the firm builds software and chips into consumer electronics, Apple now aims to integrate self-driving and EV systems into vehicles produced by traditional automakers. Looking ahead, its automotive future likely revolves around partnerships and collaborations with major car manufacturers. By leveraging technology, Apple can potentially license self-driving and EV technologies to automakers, which would let them add advanced features to their products. This collaborative approach minimizes financial risks for the company and allows focus on core competencies like software development, user experience design, and hardware integration. By avoiding vertical integration into manufacturing, Apple can concentrate resources on pushing innovation boundaries while leaving production hassles to industry leaders. Apple is exploring the automotive industry, but it's important to approach innovation with balance. The company is focusing on its strengths, such as software, user experience, and hardware integration, to develop autonomous driving and powertrain technologies. The future of the automotive industry will depend on partnerships and collaborations between technology leaders and established manufacturers. The organization is likely to license its self-driving and EV technologies to major automakers, which enables them to incorporate top-of-the-line features easily. Their role may not be to compete directly with legacy automakers, but rather to enable innovation and drive the industry forward through strategic collaborations.